On a night not fit for man nor beast, we got a couple of beasts going at it tonight in Hyrum as Mountain Crest, the Mustangs, play host to the Green Canyon Wolves, and it's the bookends of Region 12. Green Canyon sitting on top of Region 12 with a 7-2 record, a win tonight, and they get the #1 seed and get to start at home in the playoffs next week. Mountain Crest on the other end, they're at the bottom of the region. It's been an up and down season, but really down at the back end of the season. But they could go out on a huge high note tonight with an upset win over Green Canyon. For Green Canyon, who do you stop? It's pick your poison. Carter Barish can fill it up, but he's got Jorgensen and all sorts of other players around him. Holbrook, you name it, any one of those guys could come forward at any given night and really put the ball in the basket. Can Mountain Crest slow down Green Canyon and get the huge upset? Stick around to the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel and find out.
Wendy's is saying thanks for making the Junior Bacon Cheeseburger America's #1 bacon cheeseburger by giving you more of what you love. Introducing Wendy's Giant Junior Bacon Cheeseburger. Double the beef, double the bacon, and now it comes in a giant meal for $5 with nuggets, fries, and a drink. There's absolutely nothing junior about it, except the price. Get Wendy's $5 Giant Junior Bacon Cheeseburger meal before it's gone.
Well, Coach, the year winds down. This is it tonight, senior night for the seniors, and it's been a little bit of a tough year for the Mustangs. But you can also look at that as you're putting down building blocks. So, what are the blocks that you've put down this year that you think you can build on with this program going forward?
You know, it has been. It's been a process, and as we go forward, I think our younger kids are really starting to grasp what we're trying to do. Trying to share the ball, a lot of teamwork, things like that, and I think they're starting to buy in. And we're hoping that a year from now we'll be so much farther ahead than we were when we came into this season. Get a year of summer, summer ball under us, and then get back into the season next year. We're hoping that that hard work will pay off and that we can move forward.
Well, you keep doing this. You started out over in Bear Lake, right? You ended up down in Ogden, and then you've coached some girls up here, and now with the boys. And so you've started this process over multiple times, and been successful. Tell us, those of us that are interested in it, about a process a little bit, and as you're walking in as a coach, maybe what you're looking for.
I think as a new staff comes in, a new head coach, and then brings in some assistants, just different expectations of how we're going to do things, and sometimes it takes a while to get what you want accomplished. But our kids have worked hard. I mean, they've worked hard. It's just a little different than what it's been the last few years, and so we really were selling. We're going to do this as a team. We're going to do it as a group from top on down, and they're starting to get it. Now we just got to get some. We got to get some skill development going on, in the off season, and build some skill level. We've learned a lot as a staff as well, as what we can do better for next year and things like that. And so sometimes it gets a little frustrating, But the thing is, that's part of the challenge as well, is turning something around, and that's kind of what gets our juice is flowing a little bit, is that challenge.
Competitive juice is still flowing in there. Let's talk about tonight, Green Canyon. You could put a big stamp on the season tonight by getting the upset win over Green Canyon. What would your team have to do to slow them down?
We just hope they miss some shots. I mean, you watch Green Canyon on film and stuff, and you think, how the world do you guard them? They all shoot it. Of course, Barish is crazy when it comes to shooting, and you know, so we've got to clamp down on defense, and we got to value the ball. When we're in games, it's because we take care of the ball. When we get blown out, it's because we turn the ball over way too much, and so we've got to take care of the ball and hopefully play some tough defense.
All right, good luck tonight, Coach. Thanks.
Hey, thank you.
Say the word base. Say the word mess.
Over the period of time, my hearing became worse and worse.
Over the course of the years, I developed a hearing loss, and I would not be able to hear my employees talk to me sometimes.
For Paul Dings and Cache Valley's integrity, his character, his background, his equipment, I would recommend him to anyone for a hearing aid specialist.
The Game of the Week on the Valley Channel is brought to you by Icon Health and Fitness, changing lives with fitness innovation. Wendy's of Cache Valley. It's way better than fast food. It's Wendy's. Mountain Star Cache Valley Hospital. Together, we're greater. Cache Valley Electric, a tradition of excellence since 1915. New Smile Dental, experience dental care. Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology. Bring back what you have been missing. Lynn's Audio and Video, Cache Valley Specialists. Mountain Valley Heating and Air Conditioning. Give us a call. You'll be glad you did. Hyrum's Inn, last chance for great food. Discount Tire and Automotive, so much more than a tire store. Four Seasons Apartments and Townhomes is your home. Planet Fitness of Logan, no intimidation and only $10 a month. Aspen Dental, get that gorgeous smile you've always wanted. The Logo Shop, we logo stuff, all kinds of stuff. And the Valley Channel, Cache Valley's TV station for over 25 years.
Hello everyone and welcome to Mountain Crest High School in Hyrum on a snowy night, the final night of basketball this season, regular season, and we are at Mountain Crest. They'll take on Green Canyon. There to the left of your screen, you can see they are honoring the seniors here on senior night at Mountain Crest High School. Not a lot of seniors on this team. You've got Austin Young, Cordell Welch, Matt Barber, and Trevin Lishman are the four seniors on this team. There's a nice little insert in the program here talking about each one of these kids and what they would like to do after school, and most of them, of course, going to college. Every one of them planning on wanting to serve an LDS mission, and a lot of straight-up student athletes out there. You got a couple of guys out there with a 4.0 GPA. Cordell Welch is a 4.0 GPA, and Trevin Lishman a 3.9, and really the definition of student athlete out there. And tonight, though, in just a few minutes, they're going to be putting the flowers down and going to war, quote-unquote, with Green Canyon. Cross Valley rivals. Now with 5 high schools in the valley, it's great. Everybody's a rival. And Green Canyon is sitting on top of the region at 7-2, 16-5 overall. Their first place, they will play, if they win this game tonight, they win outright. Now, if they lose this game tonight, we'll talk about it during the game. There are different scenarios, but they're almost assured a #1 seed, and they'll be playing at home next week, most likely against Stansbury in the first round of the playoffs. Mountain Crest is on the other end of the spectrum, 5-15 overall, 1-8 in region. They would love to have something to build on for next year by beating the top team in Region 12. in Green Canyon. Green Canyon is led by Carter Barish. Carter Barish, and they were talking about doing the anthem. They're going to wait on that. So we'll wait for the national anthem before we go to break here. They stood everybody up and sat them back down. Said, in a minute we'll do that. Carter Barish, 20.3 points per game, one of the top scorers in 4A. He makes 3.5 threes per game on average. Averages 5 rebounds, just over 2.5 assists, and 2 steals. He's an all-around player for this Green Canyon team, but they are not a one-man team. Dewey Panter, 16.6 per game and 2 assists a game. Kaysen Holbrook, 10 points per game. And as a team, Green Canyon they average 9 made three-pointers per game. They are run and they are gun. They can get up and down the court. And when they are hitting, they are a tough, tough team to beat. And 16 out of 21 games this season, they've been hitting. You heard Coach Kevin Anderson just before we came on and talking about hoping that they miss some shots. It's a mismatch tonight in this one. That is for sure. Green Canyon's won 7 out of their last 8 games. The only loss was versus Bear River on the 1st of February. They lost that one big, 84-68. But they won they did win 9 of their first 10, lost 3 straight, and then been on that current 7 of the last 8 streak. So they're hot. They hope to stay hot tonight and get ready to go into the playoffs. And again, it's senior night here at Mountain Crest. Well, they've introduced those 4 seniors. There's about 5 minutes on the clock here before they get started. So they'll be a little bit behind tonight because of it being senior night. As you look at the matchup a little bit closer, Green Canyon averaging 71 points per game. They give up about 63.5, and well, they're tops in the region. Are they ranked in the state? You bet. They're number 4 in 4A. They're number 19 in all divisions. So statewide, they're 19th as Green Canyon takes the floor. You'll be able to hear the Green Canyon fans tonight because the student body is sitting right behind me and just to my right, the Green Canyon student body, and they have traveled pretty well tonight. They will make a lot of noise in this one, that is for sure. These 2 teams played earlier. This is their second meeting, of course. And Green Canyon beat Mountain Crest in North Logan on the 25th of January, 81-66. They had a big run in the second quarter that blew open a close game. It was a 22-4 second quarter that blew that game open. They hit 11 three-pointers in that ball game, and Carter Barish with 31 points. He hit 8 of the 11 three-pointers. Panter had 13, and Nate Corey had 12 in that ball game. Barber, for Mountain Crest, Barber had 19, and Welch had 15. Yeah, there's a look at some of the student body back here behind us. Yeah, now they see the camera. It's the last night of Region 12 basketball. The playoffs start next week. Skyview and Logan are in action tonight. Bear River and Ridgeline. That Skyview-Logan game has big implications. Logan has already beat Skyview once. If they beat him again tonight, they own the tiebreaker and they finish with the same record. Skyview could go from second place and a home game in the region to 4th place and playing Juan Diego on the road. Now, that would be a heck of a ball game because Juan Diego's the number 1 team in 4A. And boy, can they play basketball down there in Draper. So all of those things will be unfolding for us tonight. Bear River playing Ridgeline. They've got to take care of business to stay in their spot. All right, we're going to step aside here at Mountain Crest, and we will be back with the starting lineups and the tip-off. You're watching Game of the Week on the Valley Channel.
that's why I don't like gyms.
Well, Megan, we're not a gym. We're Planet Fitness.
No gym intimidation, no lunks, clean and spacious. Just $10 a month. We're not a gym. We're Planet Fitness.
My older brother thought he could do a 360. Yeah, he got maybe a 60 before his face plant. We went to the emergency room and Dad told us to behave because we probably would have to wait a long time. But they brought us right back here, and the doctor used x-ray vision to see what the big dummy broke.
ER specialists at every one of our 8-star hospitals are dedicated to seeing you fast. Mountain Star Hospitals. Look for the star.
Gonna post this on Instagram.
Hi, Cache Valley. This is Fernando over the Factory Pizzeria. We're running a special right now. We're giving a free nachos when you buy a large pizza with 3 toppings. Just mention this and you're gonna get a free nachos every time you come. The Factory Pizzeria is located in 119 South Main, below the Gia's in the basement. Come see as soon as you can. Thank you.
Back at Mountain Crest High School. Eric Olson along with you tonight in the final game of the regular season. Can't believe the basketball season, man, it has come and gone. Here we are in this final game. Mountain Crest playing host to Green Canyon. Everybody's on their feet here at Mountain Crest for the national anthem, and we'll join them.
Oh, say, can't you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's gleaming, whose broad stripes and broad stars through the perilous fight o'er the rampart we watched were so gallantly swinging, and the rockets reckless, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Belt it out, young man. Spirited rendition of the national anthem here at Mountain Crest. Nice job. We talked a lot about Green Canyon, but the Mountain Crest Mustangs, they can be dangerous. They've lost 6 straight, but they beat Bear River, who not many teams have beat this year. Austin Young, 10.8 points per game. Matt Barber, 9.45, and Cordell Welch at 8.35 to lead this team. Carter Barish, number 2, will start for Green Canyon. Dewey Panner, or Spencer, as he is now on the roster. McKay Jorgensen, the junior at 5'11", number 21. Kason Holbrook, double deuce, 22, is a senior. He's also 5'11". And they're joined by Nate Corey, senior at 6'2". That's your starting lineup. Caleb Robeson's the tallest kid on the team. He's 6'5". Everybody else is between about 5'10" and 6'2", and the lights go down in Hyrum.
For your Mountain Crest Mustangs, a junior forward wearing number 1, Caleb Archibald.
Caleb Archibald, the junior.
A senior forward
Gets the start He'll run with Austin Young. One of those 4 seniors. He'll be joined by Matthew Barber. 4 seniors and a junior. As Cordell Welch and Trevin Lishman round out the starting 5 for Mountain Crest.
And playing center, a senior, number 24, Trevin Lishman. The Mustangs is coached by Kevin Anderson. Derek Gumbel is our number 6. Tonight's officials, Randy Thompson, Gary Sinofsky, and Jason Bass.
Well, all of the preliminaries are out of the way. It's time to play some basketball at Mountain Crest. Archibald will jump with Panther. Green Canyon in green, surprise, and Mountain Crest in the white. Panther wins the tap and Holbrook tracks it down. We're underway in Hyrum. Pull-up jumper just inside the free throw line by Corey, and he opens the score. Here's that pressure from Green Canyon. Welch, the bounce pass to Lishman. He lets one defender go by and lays it in easy.
Trevin Lishman for 2. Assist, Cordell Welch.
Panther tries the middle. I'm watching the defense down there, and they have Austin Young right in the face. There's a turnover. Austin Young is face guarding Barish wherever he goes. He's not even looking for the ball. Near steal by Jorgensen. Welch, bounce pass. And to Barber, back out to Welch. And they start it up again. Now Young, Welch underneath. Some contact. Passes out of the double. The ball ends up with Archibald. 3 on the way short. Lishman fights for the board, saves it back inbounds, but it hit the end line. Archibald had a good look at a 3. Not enough leg in it as he left it short. Two apiece here in Hyrum. Panther, bump, no foul. Back to Jorgensen, and it's taken away. Another turnover for Green Canyon. Even on the turnover, they're going to pressure the ball. Underneath the basket, Lishman's all alone. Young saw him a little late, but finally finds him, and Lishman lays it in. It was Barber that saw him a little late. Quickly the other way. Nate Corey answers. Lishman 4, Corey 4. 6:10 to play in the first. Welch has a look at a 3. Too hard, rebounded by Lishman, who's very active here in the early going. Barber and Young, and now we're on the other side. Archibald cuts through. He's underneath the basket, takes one dribble to get out. Nearly turns it over. Lishman saves it. Spin move by Welch. Back out to Young. Barber straight away. Short. One step too far back. Panther, nice baseline move. Kicks it back out. Wide open 3 on the way from Jorgensen. Jorgensen drains it. It's 7-4 Green Canyon. There's a bump just past midcourt. Jorgensen's going to pick up the first foul of the ball game. Barber into Young. And they look to the sideline. Coach Anderson calls the play, and here comes the trap. Barish gets his hand on it. Panther steals it away. Turnover for the Mustangs. And Green Canyon gives it right back. 3 turnovers for Green Canyon. Mountain Crest with 1. 4:50 to play in the first period. 7-4 Green Canyon. Lishman looks underneath to Archibald. He loses it on the way up and then fouls Barish. Archibald showed the ball, and 2 Green Canyon Wolves were there to dig it out. Lishman sits and Ethan Wilson replaces him. Panther from the corner, got it. Just like that, it's 10-4 Green Canyon. Barber drives in too hard, rebounded by Panther. Barish hasn't attempted a shot yet. Slowed down by Young. Panther scoop shot up and around and in. Dewey Panther with 5 points. It's 12-4 Green Canyon. An 8-0 run as Archibald has it blocked and a late foul called on Panther. His first second team foul for Green Canyon. Archibald will go to the line. Archibald used the whole rim and doesn't get it to fall. Archibald 1 out of 2, and that breaks a scoring drought of almost 4 minutes. They got 4 points right off the bat, did Mountain Crest, and then nothing. As Holbrook gets to the rack. Archibald looked like he walked, no whistle. Welch has it knocked away. Young with the long 3, too hard, rebounded. Down there by Corey. Corey to Barish. Young didn't see it coming because he's face guarding him. He took it away. Bounced right off of Barish into Young's hand. Look at the move. Wilson, lefty 3. Short, rebounded by Young. Put it back up. He leaves it short. Gets his own board high off the glass. And that one won't go. There's a lid on that bucket for the Mustangs. Green Canyon looking to make them pay. Under 3 minutes to play here in this first quarter. 14-5 Wolves. Barish, first shot blocked, down he goes. Austin Young right in his grill. And there was definitely contact. I think Barish sold it a little bit. Second team foul. Barish went down like he'd been hit with a golf club. Which is what all good basketball players are going to do, right? If anyone is even near their orbit during a shot. Misses the second. He gets one more. He was beyond the arc. He had a huge game last week in the win against Skyview, and talking to the Green Canyon coaching staff, he was sick. He was really sick, they said, before that game. And they talked to him and they showed him film of the Michael Jordan flu game against Utah when Jordan scored a ton of points. And that got Barish thinking, and he ended up having a Michael Jordan game of his own. Welch with a 3, rims around and out. Mountain Crest has had good looks, they just haven't been able to make. Panther wide open. Long rebound out, Barish tracks it down. Barish, long 3, short, rebound, Andrus. Pass too tall for Barbary, knocked out of bounds. Third turnover for Mountain Crest. Green Canyon with 4. And Green Canyon leads 16-5 with 2 minutes to play in the first. Holbrook working on Andrus. Holbrook to the rim. $18 points in the first quarter for Green Canyon. There's still 1:45 to play in the opening stanza. Wilson, turn and pop. Misses off to the right. Rebounded by Panther, gives it up to Barish. Barish rolls in and scores. Barish with 4, 20-5. We talked about the second quarter the last time these two teams played, a 22-4 second quarter in favor of Green Canyon. It's a 20-5 first quarter, and there's another turnover. Back the other way, Archibald threw it away, tries to get it back, and he knocks it out of bounds. Green Canyon ball. Jorgensen comes in, Corey and Panther sit down. Lundeen into the ball game. Number 24 for Green Canyon. Barish dumps it inside. Lundeen with a look. Likes what he sees. Lundeen's just a sophomore, big kid. 6'2". Barber inside to Welch. Welch swings in and scores. 22-7, 45 seconds to play. McKay Jorgensen, his 3 rims around and out, and Wilson clears. Mountain Crest looking to get into double digits. Andrus, 3, and they are. They are in double digits. 22-10, cuts the lead down to 12. Young and Lishman getting set to check in. Green Canyon looking like they're gonna play for the final shot of the quarter, leading 22-10 with 12 seconds left in the first quarter. Holbrook kicks it back out. 3 on the way is good. The 3 by Jackson Shank makes it 25-10 at the end of one. Green Canyon with a huge first quarter in Hyrum on the Game of the Week.
Do you need some help crossing the street?
The world judges. We don't. Planet Fitness. Be free.
Back in Hyrum, Eric Olson along with you as we go to the next set of 8 minutes. Is it a set of 8 minutes? The next 8 minutes here at Mountain Crest, and the Mustangs trail 25-10 as Green Canyon hit 3 3-pointers in that first quarter. Dewey Panther with 5 points, 4 points for Carter Barish. Holbrook and Corey all had 4. Jorgensen with 3, Shank with 3 at the buzzer, and Lundeen with a bucket as well. Mountain Crest was led by Trevin Lishman with 4, 2 for Welch, 3 for Andrus, and Archibald with a point. Lishman back in the ball game. Cross-court pass to Wilson, just inside the three-point line, leaves it short. Lundeen with the board. Shank turns it over. 5th turnover of the game for Green Canyon. Archibald down low to Lishman. Lishman uses his body to clear some space, misses, gets his own rebound once, but not twice. Jorgensen, bounce pass, Shank, layup. Cross-court pass to Welch. He's wide open. His 3 is no good. Rebound taken away by Panther. Holbrook loses it. Picked up by Archibald. He hands to Young. And Wilson gives it to Archibald. They look into Lishman. Lishman against the double. Back out to Archibald. Archibald with a nice little dime, leaving it off for Lishman. Little pocket pass in there. It's a 15-point game, 27-12. Green Canyon with the lead. Jorgensen dribbles into trouble. Turnover number 7 for Green Canyon. Archibald, cross court. And Wilson dials up the long ball. 27-15, Shank, 3, won't go, rebound, Mountain Crest is Young. Picks it up off of one bounce. Barish at the scorer's table. He's joined by Corey. They'll check in at the next dead ball for Green Canyon. Welch runs right over Jackson Shank. And Cordell Welch picks up his first foul, only the 3rd team foul. They've let him play so far in this first half.
Number 13, Cordell Welch.
An opportunity to cut the lead to 10 or even 9 goes by the wayside for Mountain Crest. They trail 27-15 with 5:45 to play in the half. Here's Panther working against Welch. Kick out to Shank. Too hard, rebounded by Young. Young been all over the boards tonight. Lishman nearly stolen away. Welch fires up another 3. Got it! Welch cuts the lead to 9. 27-18, 5:15 to play in the half. Barish back into the ball game. Panther down the lane, layup, missed, rebounded by Young. Welch across the timeline, over his shoulder to Lishman, spin in, duck under, kick out, 3 coming, too hard. Archibald, back to Welch. Welch, step back 3. Holy cow. If he would have made that, we would have just shut down everything and gone home. 27-18, Green Canyon, 4.5 to play in the half. Corey, 3-pointer. It won't go, another rebound for Mountain Crest. Archibald this time. One of the few rebounds that Austin Young hasn't corralled on the defensive end. Mustangs slowing things down a little bit. High post, nobody for Lishman, so he turns and fires, too hard. Stolen away by Wilson, and they're going to call the foul.
Fouls on Ethan Wilson.
Wilson looked like he slapped it away clean, but the guy in the stripes is a lot closer to it than I am. And he said, you got some arm. You got some wrist, got some arm. And with 4 minutes to play in the half, Mountain Crest trails by 9, and another chance to make it even closer. High post, Barber turns, fires, scores.
Matt Barber for 2.
Matt Barber with the bucket, and the lead is 7. Mountain Crest cutting into that Green Canyon lead. Mountain Crest trailing by 15 at the quarter break. And they've outscored Green Canyon 10-2 to start this second quarter. 3-pointers by Welch and Wilson. Sandwich in between buckets by Lishman and Barber. Meanwhile, Shank, the only one to score here in this quarter for Green Canyon. We've played more than half of the second quarter, and Green Canyon with only 2 points after blowing up for 25 in the first period. Green Canyon really needs to make sure they take care of business tonight, because breathing down their neck is Bear River and Skyview. And I believe Bear River has the tiebreaker against Green Canyon, but Skyview's got a tiebreaker over Bear River. Panther to the rim, loses it, foul call. Wilson picks up his second. And Panther will go to the line, looking to slow some of the bleeding. And he does. And sometimes getting to the line, a team that's having trouble shooting, you get to the line, see a couple go in. Sometimes that gets things started. We'll see if that jump starts the Green Canyon offense. Welch. The Barber underneath is Wilson. He lets one man fly by and lays it in. Wilson with 5 in the quarter. 29-22 Green Canyon. Oh, big foul by Archibald. He slapped Holbrook right across the neck.
Fouls on Caleb Archibald.
Archibald was standing on the right side of Holbrook. Holbrook was going to his left, and Archibald reached across his body to try to swat that thing and clotheslined him. Archibald with his second foul. Holbrook makes them both. 6 points for Holbrook, back out to a 9-point Green Canyon lead. Barber in the corner to Wilson. Good look at a 3. Off the back of the iron. 2 Mustangs fight for the rebound, knock it away from each other, and Panther says, "Give me that. I know what to do with that thing." Holbrook tries to turn the corner, and Welch denies him. Jorgensen gets into the paint, nowhere to go with it, and he gets bailed out.
Fouls on number 13.
On Welch. Welch picks up his second. So now fouls becoming an issue. That's the 7th team foul on Mountain Crest. Both teams started this quarter with 2 fouls. Mountain Crest has picked up 5 fouls in the quarter, and Green Canyon has yet to be rung up for an infraction. Jorgensen hits the free throw. 5 for 5 in the quarter for Green Canyon. They're 7 of 8 on the game. Jorgensen hits them both, and that takes the lead back to double digits for Green Canyon. 33-22, Mountain Crest cut it down to 7 on a couple of different occasions. And now 4 straight free throws has put Green Canyon back out front by 11 with 2:51 to play here in this first half. Well, next week the playoffs start. If you take a look at the brackets, either Green Canyon or Skyview would be in that number 1 slot, depending on how things go here tonight. They'd be more than likely to play Stansbury at home next week. The second place team also gets to play at home. And the way it's shaking out right now, that'll be either Skyview or Bear River. They would likely draw Tooele at home next week on the 22nd. But then third and fourth place go on the road against Bonneville and Juan Diego. And depending on what happens tonight, Skyview, Logan, Bear River, any of those could end up anywhere from third or fourth, and some of them could end up from second to fourth. Skyview, if they don't take care of business tonight, they could go from potentially second place in a first round home game to fourth place and playing the #1 team in 4A in the opening round on the road. Mountain Crest breaks the press. And Barber backs it out. Young now to Wilson. Archibald straight away. Decides against a three and hands it off to Young. Young spins to his left. Shot short. Fights for the board. Puts it back in. Got away with some contact on the rebound. He's been a glass munching machine here tonight. Corey with Shank. Jorgensen straight away three. Short gets his own board. Has it knocked away by Archibald and out of bounds. (33-24) Green Canyon, 2 minutes to play in the half. Pull-up jumper, won't go. Rebound fought for. Shank knocks it out of bounds. No, they give it back to Green Canyon. Archibald was heading for the other end. He has to come back. Barish has been relatively quiet tonight. 4 points all in the first quarter. They've got Young right in his hip pocket. He's face guarding him, not even watching where the basketball is. And a foul. Oh, if they call that against Young, that's going to be a tough call. They do. So Young had his hand on Barish's hip as he went through the screen. I had a really good look at it, and they called it. I don't know if they decided he grabbed him, and Barish will go to the line. 1-1. That's a tough call against Young, his second. This is the 8th free throw of the quarter for Green Canyon. They're 7 of 7, and they miss that one. 7 of 8 in the quarter. Only one field goal for Green Canyon here in the second period. Pass a little bit too tall and turnover by Mountain Crest, their first of this second period. 5 in the game. Panther fouled. Misses the shot and they call the foul. That's foul number 9 on Mountain Crest. No fouls in this quarter on Green Canyon. And it's going to go against Welch, his third. Mountain Crest has been very aggressive. And so they've been pretty physical and they're getting the whistles. Panther back to the line. He's got 8 points. He's got 9 points. And it's a 12-point lead for Green Canyon. 9 of 10 on free throws for Green Canyon in this quarter. Here's another steal. Jorgensen takes it all the way in. Jorgensen with 7. Back-to-back turnovers by Mountain Crest. And a lead that was once down to 7 is back up to 14. Lishman down low, too hard. Rebound by Shank. Hands it off. Holbrook out to Panther, he walked. They got him. The official kind of had to think about it for a second. I know what he was doing because it looked like he walked and he just had to take a half a second to think about it. And he just shuffled his feet before he put that ball on the floor. 8th turnover for Green Canyon. Baseball pass to Archibald. Corner 3 is good. Third three-pointer of the quarter for Mountain Crest. And the crowd wants to travel. And Green Canyon is going to go to the line. And it's going to be on Wilson. That's his third. 10 team fouls Again, that's become a storyline here in this second quarter because Mountain Crest cut that lead, and free throws are what's keeping Green Canyon out front. 8 fouls on Mountain Crest in this quarter, and Green Canyon has not been called for a foul. But Mountain Crest has been playing very aggressively, so it makes sense that they'd have some whistles. Holbrook makes the free throw. One more and he's got it. 11 of 12 from the free throw line in the second quarter for Green Canyon. And now here's a foul. Green Canyon.
Fouls on Spencer Painter.
Called for the foul. It's Panther, his second. Lundeen takes the court. Panther will sit. They don't want him to pick up a third foul in the last 36 seconds. Young into the backcourt. Lishman. They close out on Archibald. He gives it up to Barber. Down low to Barber and a foul. Corey on his back reaches across. And Corey picks up his first. 20 seconds to play in the half. 40-27 Green Canyon. Mountain Crest had it cut to 7. It's back up to 13. Young, the quick three, too hard, rebounded by Green Canyon. Jorgensen brings it across the timeline with 10 seconds. Pull-up jumper from the free throw line is good. Barber with the long three off the front of the iron. And it's a 15-point lead at the half, just like it was after one quarter. Green Canyon going to the locker room, up by double digits on the game of the week.
Bring back what you've been missing. Bring back Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology.
Of course, it's not only the general person on the street, is it, that needs a hearing test these days. How about politicians?
Our politicians definitely need to hear better.
They do. They need that wax scrubbed out of their ears and a good hearing test, which of course would be free to them too, would it not?
It would be. In fact, we have a special offer for all politicians. Any politician that needs a hearing test, which is all of them, because none of them will listen to us, can come in and we will be glad to clean their wax out of their ears, do a hearing test, and fit them with the very latest hearing aids.
They even have their own healthcare system, so I'm sure they'd be able to afford whatever they want.
Sure they would.
So how about...
double.
There you go. That's what they do for our taxes, right? Yep. So how about Nancy Pelosi?
Oh, yep. We'd be glad to do it.
How about our glorious leader, Donald Trump?
Yep. We would even get some that matches his hair.
I'm not sure that's possible, sorry. But all politicians, they should come in. In fact, if this was actually to happen, you would have a line from here to Salt Lake City and back again. This is all you'd be doing as politicians.
Yep, that would be great.
If you're a politician and you want a free hearing test, come on down to Cache Valley Hearing and see Dr. Daines. He'd love to provide you one. And we will all support you in this. Thanks, Dr. Daines.
Thank you.
Bring back what you've been missing. Bring back Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology.
Winter athletes, no hospital network is more committed to short emergency room wait times than Mountain Star Healthcare. Text ER to 23,000 for current wait times.
You're so adorable.
I'm taking you home. The world judges. We don't. Planet Fitness. Be free.
Hi, my name is Mickey Kim Nielsen. Some people know me as Mickey, some know me as Kim. Cool people know me as Mick. I'm the lab manager here at Cache Valley Hospital. Clinical laboratory science is that part of healthcare where we analyze blood and other body fluids for disease processes and share that information with the clinician so that he knows how to counteract issues and get you on the road to recovery. I'm a clinical laboratory scientist, which means I have a Bachelor of Science degree in clinical laboratory science. I also have a master's degree in business administration. And I'm a registered medical technologist with the American Society of Clinical Pathologists. This is our chemistry section here. We have two chemistry analyzers that do the majority of the chemistry testing. We have another analyzer that's behind me here that does some of our specialized chemistry testing. Over here is our hematology analyzer that measures the cells in the blood. Lets us know if you have enough blood or need a transfusion to make you feel better. We can tell if there's an infection going on somewhere in your body. And over here we have a coagulation instrument that tests your clotting factors. And that's important to know in case you've ever had a blood clot and you're on medication that slows down the clotting process in your blood. So the physician needs to know those results so that he can manage your medications for that. I've made a lot of friends over the course of my career, and also discovering, you know, the mystery of what's going on, what makes somebody ill, what's going on with them. It's mostly like being a detective and doing the work that figures out what's going wrong. If you love science, you love looking at blood cells and microorganisms in a microscope, the science of this is really what turns me on about it. It's something that I've always enjoyed, looking in a microscope and seeing what's there. I started working here at Cache Valley Hospital back in 2000 when it was known at that time as Cache Valley Specialty Hospital. It's been an awesome experience working for them. They know what they're doing. They have almost 200 hospitals around the world, and so they understand what needs to be done in order to provide quality health care to people every time they come through our doors. I'm probably outnumbered at least 4 to 1 by the women that work in this profession, and it's good because women are very intelligent and bring a lot to the workplace here, and they especially keep me on my toes. If you're interested in pursuing laboratory science as a career, some of the things that you would need to do to prepare, for instance, if you're in junior high or high school, start really enjoying your science classes. Find a way to look at things in a microscope and see if that's something that you enjoy. Then I would prepare myself to go to college. You'd need a Bachelor of Science degree. It's exciting and very fulfilling. So outside of my laboratory life, I like to do a lot of different things. I'm a drummer in a local rock band, a bunch of old fogies that get together just to play music, the good old stuff from the 60s, 70s, and 80s. I have a Harley Davidson I like to ride to work and around the valley. I also paint. I do oil painting, and so I have a kind of a well-rounded personality. I like to hunt and fish and do outdoors camping and all of that kind of stuff. But I can be a serious guy too and sit down and read a good book and appreciate the time doing that. Cache Valley Hospital is a wonderful place to work, and it's a wonderful place here in our community to come for medical services. We can take care of all of your needs. We're a community hospital now. We do everything from visit you, see you in the ER, to deliver babies and provide surgical care as well. Great place to be, great place to work, great place to come for your medical services.
It takes determination, strategy, training, most of all in your mind to get the idea that you can do it and then actually do it. Going into sophomore year, I was ranked second in the state, and halfway through my 55, there was just excruciating, ripping pain up my hamstring. I instantly knew that my season was over. My orthopedic surgeon said it would take up to 9 months to recover. My coach was telling me I might not run the same way again. I'm so inspired by people who say, I'm not gonna let this stop me, I'm just gonna let this help me. So I wrote a poem, never give in, never give up to the thought of impossible, because if you pull a few strings, you can still make it happen. Every chance I got, I would hop on the treadmill, and if I could go 2 miles an hour, 3 miles an hour. Started Olympic weightlifting and working fiercely with the ambition in my heart that I was gonna come back better than ever. It turned into, well, hold on, now it's getting fun.
I never thought I would have a daughter who was an Olympic weightlifter, but Laura's always had a quiet determination of whatever happens, it doesn't matter, just persevere forward and give it your all.
When I was in 8th grade, a student collapsed with sudden cardiac arrest, and I wanted to make sure that when it happened again, we as a school would be prepared. So I met with my local representative, who was kind enough to help me draft a bill that I testified for at the State House.
I was just thrilled that someone could be 15 years old and be that passionate about anything legislative. And I can't recall ever having someone get such a loud round of applause after she testified.
Being able to affect a change is inspiring and empowering. You have to know that the pain that you took in practice and the times you did things that you didn't want to do is going to pay off. And by doing that, realizing that nothing is impossible.
The Game of the Week on the Valley Channel is brought to you by Icon Health and Fitness, changing lives with fitness innovation. Wendy's of Cache Valley. It's way better than fast food. It's Wendy's. Mountain Star Cache Valley Hospital. Together, we're greater. Cache Valley Electric, a tradition of excellence since 1915. New Smile Dental, experience dental care. Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology. Bring back what you have been missing. Lynn's Audio and Video, Cache Valley's specialists. Mountain Valley Heating and Air Conditioning. Give us a call. You'll be glad you did. Hyrum Inn, last chance for great food. Discount Tire and Automotive, so much more than a tire store. Four Seasons Apartments and Townhomes is your home. Planet Fitness of Logan, no intimidation and only $10 a month. Aspen Dental, get that gorgeous smile you've always wanted. The Logo Shop, we logo stuff, all kinds of stuff. And the Valley Channel, Cache Valley's TV station for over 25 years.
Welcome back to Hyrum. Eric Olson along with you. Mountain Crest and Green Canyon at the half, 42-27. Green Canyon with the lead. The Wolves were paced by Dewey Panther and McKay Jorgensen, 9 points apiece for that duo, 8 for Kaysen Holbrook. The way Mountain Crest has guarded Carter Barish tonight, they've really taken him out of the game. He's only taken a couple of shots. He's got 5 points, 1 field goal, and he's 3 of 5 from the free throw line. 4 points for Nate Corey, 5 for Jackson Schenk off the bench, and 2 for Jake Lundeen off the bench. Speaking of free throws, 11 of 12 from the free throw line in the second quarter for Green Canyon. Really helped them out when they were having trouble getting the ball to go in the bucket. And if you look at it for the game, they've only missed 2 free throws. They're 13 of 15 from the free throw line. They did not hit a three-pointer in that second period. They still ended up scoring 17 points, 11 of those from the free throw line. Mountain Crest was paced by Trevin Lishman. He had 6 points, 5 points apiece for Cordell Welch and Ethan Wilson off the bench, 4 for Caleb Archibald, 3 for Miles Andrus, also off the bench, 2 points apiece for Young and Barber. Young has been a rebounding machine for the Mustangs. Mountain Crest has had looks, but they just haven't been able to get the shots to go down as we get ready to start the second period. 15-point Green Canyon lead. They led by 15 after 1 period. Mountain Crest cut it down to 7 and could never get any closer than that. Panther off the bounce 3. Panther, the first player in double figures with 12. Loose ball. Young picks it up. Archibald back to Young. Steps into a long 3 and hits it. 5 for Young as he was in rhythm perfectly on that one. 45-30. Corey into the lane. Nate Corey, he's not flashy, but he's steady. He's a pretty good defender, and he always seems to get a bucket and a steal, like that one right there. Jorgensen kicks it off, and it's free and knocked down by Holbrook. And it's a 20-point lead, just like that, for Green Canyon. Skyview's trailing at the half to Logan. In a close game, but they're trailing nonetheless. Mason Falsa with 2 fouls in that one. Barber loses the handle. 8th turnover for Mountain Crest. Jorgensen. 8-foot pop and stop. No, won't go. Rebounded by Archibald. He hands off to Young. Welch in front of the Mountain Crest bench, and Coach Kevin Anderson calls a timeout as his team has been outscored 8-3 in the first minute and 42 seconds of this second half. Now Mason Falsa, 2 fouls early in that Skyview game. They're doubling him all over the court like Logan is, like they did to get that win at Skyview. Pinniger playing a good game off the bench for the Grizzlies. From what we are being told, it's 30-28 at halftime in a defensive battle there at Logan. But Skyview, they probably, of any team playing tonight, have the most to lose. They could finish anywhere from 2nd to 4th if they were to lose tonight. If we get an update on that one before we're done tonight, I'll pass it along. Young to Lishman. Lishman, a little push shot won't go, rebounded by Panther. He hands off to Barish. They don't have Young face guarding Barish in this half. They're back in a 2-3 zone of the Mustangs. Panther off his foot, turns it over. And Barber fouled by Barish. Barish picks up his first back foul. And that's the first foul of the second half. With 5:48 on the clock. A 20-point Green Canyon lead. Lishman kicks it back out. It's tapped away as he tried to get it out into the corner. And another turnover. Corey, short. He looked like he might have been bumped as well. Barber to the rim, and he'll go to the line, forcing the issue right up Corey's chest. And Nate Corey is going to pick up his second foul. For Barber, his first free throws. 2 free throws in the first half for Mountain Crest. This is only the second trip to the free throw line for the Mustangs in the entire game. Barber hits the first. Lishman will sit. Wilson into the ball game. Barber misses, but Welch picks up the rebound. Turns in, tries to go glass, but he leaves it short. Jorgensen kicks it back to Panner. Nice pass. That was Holbrook with the pass. Panter with 14. Welch turns it over. He forces it inside to Barber. It's taken away. Scoop layup goes in and one. Sometimes you shoot better with your eyes closed. McKay Jorgensen tossed it up there high off the glass, and he gets the reward. That was the 10th turnover for Mountain Crest. If you saw our pregame interview with Coach Kevin Anderson, he talked about turnovers. And what basketball coach doesn't, really, but Mountain Crest, they have a thin margin. And 10 turnovers is not doing themselves any favors. Jorgensen with 12. Barber, jackknife move, won't go, rebounded by Barish. Nope, taken away from him by Corey. Hands off to Panther. Panner swoops in from the left side and scores. Panner has 7 points in the quarter. 16 for the game. Straight away, Barber misses the 3. Wilson battles for the board. He's tied up, gets free, lays it up and in. Wilson with 7 and a chance for one more. Shank off the bench replaces Corey. Young bounced it off the back of the Green Canyon defender who had his back turned to him. Gets the carom off the back of the defender, shoots the baseline jumper and misses, and Archibald picks up foul number 3 on the rebound. Second team foul on Mountain Crest in the half as we approach the midway point of this third period. 57-31. Green Canyon firmly in control of this one. Turnover, Green Canyon. Green Canyon had a 15-point lead after one quarter as they helped Panther up. Mountain Crest cut it down to 7, and this is not what you want to see. Green Canyon. Panther gets up with a nasty hitch in his giddy-up. And he's going to limp to the locker room with the trainer. He went down hard. Andrus with the backdoor cut. Barber finds him. Andrus with 5. 57-33. Green Canyon. Barish is fouled by Young. Young tried to tap it away from him, and he and Barish are talking to each other. Young's third. Barish said something to Young, and then Young went right back at him. Got right in his ear. Barish put both hands up like, all right, whatever. And Kevin Anderson's going to get Young off the floor. That's his 4th. Nice cut. V-cut there by Jorgensen. Down the lane, he's got 14. 59-33. Archibald. Good closeout by Green Canyon, so he can't shoot it. Taken away by Lundeen. Turnover number 11 for Mountain Crest. Green Canyon's not doing much better with the turnovers. They've got 10. That one went off Lundeen's foot and ended up out of bounds before Mountain Crest could grab it. It is a turnover, and that is turnover number 11. And here's Caleb Robinson into the ball game for Green Canyon. 3 minutes to play in the third quarter. A big lead for Green Canyon, 59-33. Wilson with the ball off the bench. He's had himself a pretty good game with 7 points. Here he is in the corner looking for double figures. He's got it. The lefty dials up the long ball. He's got 10. Barish backs it out. Uses the Robinson pick. Finds Jorgensen. Barish gets it back. Rays for 3. 8 points for Barish. Leading three-point shooters in the state. Here's a steal by Barish. He leaves it back for Jorgensen, who misses it short. Rebounded by Wilson. He has it taken away, but he was fouled by Jorgensen. Jorgensen with just his second infraction. 4th team foul. For Green Canyon's Trevin Lishman will replace Barber for the Mustangs. 62-36. Green Canyon blowing this ball game wide open. They already had the door pretty much open, but they've just kicked it all the way in here in this third quarter. No letdown at all for Green Canyon as Welch uses the rim. He's got 7. Shank back out to Barish. It's tipped away by Welch. Welch loses it out of bounds. 13 turnovers for now from Mountain Crest. Green Canyon with 12. But the shooting percentages, I'm sure, greatly favor Green Canyon. They've got 3 3-pointers here in this third quarter. Saved back in by Lundeen off the air ball, and Jorgensen hits. 16 for Jorgensen. Andrus has it tipped away. Green Canyon leads 64-38, and they're still trying to cause turnovers with the double. And Andrus picks up the foul. Barber will replace Andrus. Welch is talking to the official about something. Four team fouls on the Mustangs. 1 minute to play in the third. It's been a huge third quarter for Green Canyon. 22 points. They scored 25 in the opening quarter. Shank over Archibald. Rims out Archibald, stretches out for the board. Welch draws contact, he'll go to the line. And who are they going to call it on? Looks like Lundeen. Lundeen picks up his first 5th team foul, and Welch with 7 points at the free throw line. Welch used to play the cello when he was younger. He enjoys all types of music. He wants to pursue a degree in medicine after high school, looking to become an orthopedic surgeon. 64-40. As Welch makes the free throws. 10 seconds. Holbrook has it stripped. Mountain Crest wanted it back, saying it went off Welch's leg. But they're going to keep it here with 3.7 on the third quarter clock. Shank out to Corey, long three, won't go. Rebound tip by Robinson is short. And it's a 24-point lead for Green Canyon as we head to the fourth in Hyrum. 64-40 Wolves on the game of the week.
So hot. Hey, hottie.
Looking hot.
Me hot. You're hot.
Your bod is so hot.
Your bod?
So hot.
So hot.
You guys want to grab something hot from somewhere totally hot?
That sounds so hot. So hot.
And that's why I don't like gyms.
Well, we're not a gym. We're Planet Fitness.
No gym intimidation, no lunks, just $10 a month. We're not a gym. We're Planet Fitness.
They would tell me something and I'd say, huh? And then they'd tell me again and I'd say, huh? And they'd say, never mind. And so I called and made an appointment.
Say the word pass.
He's a PhD and I know what it takes to get a PhD.
Say the word red.
It was like night and day. And then the hearing test was the thing that I thought, wow, he really knows what he's doing. I would recommend Dr. Daines to anybody, everybody.
So, you bought your computer from one of those big box stores, or online, and now it's really slow, or just not working right.
Targets acquired.
PCs Unlimited can fix it. Fixing computers is what we do, and we've been doing it for over 20 years. Service, repair, diagnostics, networking, upgrades, system and data recovery, all your computer needs. Our prices are low, and our customer service is the best. You won't get help from the big box or online. Come see the professionals at PCs Unlimited.
Green Canyon with another 20-point plus quarter. They scored 25 in the first quarter, 17 in the second when they only hit 3 field goals. The rest were from the free throw line. And 22 points there in the third. They outscore Mountain Crest 22-13 to blow open a 15-point game. They lead at 64-40 as Mountain Crest is down to the last 8 minutes of their season. These seniors, the last 8 minutes of organized team basketball. Three-pointer on the way from Wilson is short, and a rebound foul by Barber. Shank, Holbrook, Robinson, Corey. As they go down low to Robinson and Lundeen for Green Canyon. Robinson had it knocked away, taken away by Mountain Crest. Welch with the give and go. Trevin doesn't give it back. Trevin Lishman doesn't give it back, and then Wilson tries to bounce it down to him, and it doesn't come up past Welch's ankles, and it ends up going out of bounds for turnover number 14. Barish on the bench. Panther went to the locker room limping. He's back on the bench now in that third quarter. Green Canyon doesn't want to see that, and here's a foul on Corey as he goes to the rim. Not called on Corey, but committed against Corey. And it's Barber with his second foul. and Nate Corey hits the free throw. Corey hits them both. Green Canyon, the team that averages nearly 72 points per game. They're only 6 points away from that. They give up about 63, so they're ahead of the pace on that one. Barber with 3 Wolves around him. Can't get it to go, and it's rebounded by Robinson. Quickly the other way. Corey gives it up in the corner. Rims around and out. That was Holbrook, and Robinson fouled on the rebound. That's going to be on Lishman. And that's the 7th team foul, so free throws the rest of the night for Green Canyon. Trevin Lishman, that's just his first foul. Robeson hits one. He's on the stat sheet. 67-40. Green Canyon. Turnover. Lundeen digs it out away from Austin Young. Lundeen gives it up to Corey. Now Shank in the corner to Holbrook. Fakes the 3, drives to the rim. Too hard, rebound. Robinson keeps it alive. Taken away by Lishman. Trevin Lishman gives it up, and Young will walk it up. 6 minutes to play in the ball game. Wilson fires for 3. The lefty leaves it a little short, rebounded by Lundeen. Archibald getting set to check in for Mountain Crest. It's a 27-point ball game, 67-40. Green Canyon. We've had very few blowouts on the game of the week this season. We've had some great games. But Green Canyon is taking it to Mountain Crest tonight. Lishman looks underneath. Here's Wilson. Fouled by Corey. Corey's third, and Ethan Wilson will go to the line. He takes 10 points with him. There's 3 players at the scorer's table getting set to check in. I think 2 of them are Green Canyon players. As Wilson hits the first. Barish, Panter, and Jorgensen all back in. Robinson, Lundeen, and Shank will sit. So the starting lineup on the floor for Green Canyon. Wilson, 1 of 2. He's got 11 points off the bench. And he played almost the entire JV game before this one. He'll be tired tonight. Lishman gives it off to Young. Young through traffic, and they're going to call him for a travel, and he's going to holler at the ref. And the official being calm about it and not teeing him up. Now they sub Panter out of the ball game. Shank comes in for him. I think Panter's done for the night. He went back out. He was limping quite a bit. Now he's embracing his teammates and on the bench. Lishman fouled by Corey on the rebound. Corey picked up his 4th and will shoot free throws at the other end. Free throws the rest of the game for both teams, as that's team foul number 7 on Green Canyon. Trevin Lishman started fast. He had 4 points right off the bat. 6 points in the game thus far, all in the first half. Lishman misses the free throw. Corey, baseline, blocked by Young. Ahead to Barber. Barber loses it. Jorgensen takes it away. Holbrook gives it right back. They're playing greased pig out there. Nobody wants the basketball, and here's a foul. If that's on Corey, he's fouled out. And Barber, Corey kind of had his hands reaching down there, and Barber swung under. That's 5 on Nate Corey. Barber stuck his hands out and swung up and through Corey's arms to draw that foul. That was a James Harden special right there. 69-41, Robinson will replace Corey. Corey fouls out with 8 points. Barber with 4, looking for one more. Only 2 points in this quarter for Mountain Crest. Make it 3, all on free throws. Four minutes to play in the game. Green Canyon 69-43. Robinson on the low block. Left hand push shot won't go. A little hook push. Turned around and out. And here's Young. Archibald gives it right back. Young fires for 3. Rebounded by Robinson. 3.5 to go in the ball game. Jorgensen spins and hits. 18 for Jorgensen. Barber fires away and hits a 3. He's got 8. Lishman corrals the rebound off a miss. 71-46, Green Canyon. As Barber's hit 5 straight points for Mountain Crest. Barish, one of the top scorers in the state, only has 8 points. They haven't needed him to score big tonight. This guy, Jorgensen, is doing a lot of scoring himself. 21. Blackjack for Jorgensen. Young, long 3, won't go. Rebound, knocked out of bounds by Barber with 2.5 on the clock. Lundeen will replace Barish. So the regular season is over for Carter Barish, and he'll get ready for the playoffs next Friday night. And that's the game that we will be covering. Green Canyon and Stansbury. Right now it looks like it'll be Stansbury. The Green Canyon is going to win the Region 12 title. Jorgensen kicks it back out in a foul before the pass off. 1-1 as Young fouls out of the game. Austin Young, he's played with some fire tonight. This game matters to him. And it's been a long season for Mountain Crest. They're going to end up the season 5-16, 1-9 in region play. And Holbrook will hit the bench as well. Holbrook sits down with 11. Jorgensen's got 22. Looking for some more. 23. 3 players in double figures for the Wolves. Jorgensen's 23, 16 for Panther, 11 for Holbrook. Lishman turns to his right, back up and under to the left, and he'll go to the line. Barber's got 10 for Mountain Crest, and Wilson's got 11 to lead the Mustangs in scoring off the bench. Braden Burnside's getting set to check in for the Mustangs. Lishman hits the first. Barber sits with 10 points. And his season's over. Lishman misses the second, rebounded by Welch. Knocked away and saved in by Jorgensen. Archibald with the block. Rebound followed by Robinson. He'll go to the line. Jordan Alder is going hard to the rack. And Archibald got up high to slap that one off the glass. Caleb Bellis getting ready to check in for Mountain Crest as these teams emptying their bench with 1:38 to play in the ball game. Robinson hits the free throw. Connor Willie will come in as well, number 14. Bellis is 15. Archibald and Lishman will take a seat. Robinson 1 out of 2 as Bellis rebounds. Welch, the lone starter on the floor for Mountain Crest. Dribbles out of a double team, finds Wilson. Steps back for a three and misses. Robinson rebounds. 1:15. 77-49 as Wilson fouls on purpose, and that's his fourth. And trying to get the sub in, Mason Baldwin. Jorgensen's at the line. Caden Jones, or excuse me, Mason Merrill waiting at the bench to replace somebody. He's going to replace Jorgensen, who's got 24. And Welch sits down. Welch finishes the night with 9 points. Jorgensen with 25 to lead all scorers. Huge night for McKay Jorgensen, the junior, on a senior night at Mountain Crest with 25 points. And it's a 30-point Green Canyon blowout here in Hyrum. Bellis inside, gives it up. Alder steals it away. 17th turnover for Mountain Crest. See if Green Canyon just holds or they try to score. It's hard to tell these guys to come in and not try to score. Want to get themselves some varsity points. .25 seconds. Mountain Crest starting up the Let's Play Football chant. Answered by Let's Play Basketball from the Green Canyon students behind me. Green Canyon will go in as the #1 seed from Region 12 as they win the region outright, 79-49. with the blowout at Mountain Crest. We hope you enjoyed the game of the week on the Valley Channel. Next week, the first round of the state playoffs start, and we'll have a game for you right here. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time on the Valley Channel.
The Game of the Week on the Valley Channel is brought to you by Icon Health and Fitness, changing lives with fitness innovation. Wendy's of Cache Valley. It's way better than fast food. It's Wendy's. Mountain Star Cache Valley Hospital. Together, we're greater. Cache Valley Electric, a tradition of excellence since 1915. New Smile Dental, experience dental care. Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology. Bring back what you have been missing. Lynn's Audio and Video, Cache Valley's specialists. Mountain Valley Heating and Air Conditioning. Give us a call. You'll be glad you did. Herm's Inn, last chance for great food. Discount Tire and Automotive, so much more than a tire store. Four Seasons Apartments and Townhomes is your home. Planet Fitness of Logan, no intimidation and only $10 a month. Aspen Dental, get that gorgeous smile you've always wanted. The Logo Shop, we logo stuff, all kinds of stuff. And the Valley Channel, Cache Valley's TV station for over 25 years.
Bring back what you've been missing. Bring back Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology.
Dr. Daines, I suppose, along with everybody else in my age group, I am now getting bombarded on a daily basis, it seems, in the mail with hearing aid advertisements coming through the mail. I don't know if you... Really, I just throw them away, because I would say if I needed a hearing aid, here is where I'd come to see you. Are people in danger with these things? I mean, are you going to get a product that's legitimate? Are you dealing with real people, or is it a scam?
You usually get a product it's a decent product, but is it fit for you? Everybody's a little bit different, and we want to be able to have you come in and find out what works best for your individual needs. Some of these hearing aids that you can buy through the mail are not really anything but amplifiers. They turn things up, but simply not turning things up, that doesn't solve the problem. We need to personalize the hearing aid to your individual loss. And make it so what frequencies need to be boosted are boosted, and those that don't need to be boosted aren't.
So just turning up the volume on something isn't actually going to fix the problem?
It does not. No, we need to make it so it matches exactly what your hearing is.
I had no idea it was that complicated, because, you know, on the street, people might think, yeah, I can send away for one and it's generic and it'll work for everybody, but that really isn't the case.
It really isn't.
No.
And you also see a lot of times advertisements that say, come in for our free trial. We're offering a trial research, and come and give us your opinion on this hearing aid and we'll give you a discount. We're doing a special study with the manufacturer. Well, the manufacturers already have their study done.
Right.
They wouldn't be offering it to somebody here. They have their own research facilities that they do these studies at.
Okay.
And so the study is how many hearing aids they can sell.
Yeah.
It's not a real study.
Yeah, and so again, it's just down to people pushing a product that could be right for A, B, and C, but is not anywhere right for the rest of the alphabet people. But coming here to Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology, you are going to find out exactly, if you have 100 different people walking through in a day, you're going to find the exact right, and some of them may not even need a hearing aid, and of course you're never going to push that.
I do not do that. That's one thing that I pride myself in, is I'm not a salesman.
Right.
I take care of people, help them meet their needs, and take care of them, and do what we can that way, but I will not push or pressure anybody to purchase a hearing aid.
Yeah. So even though you might be tempted, even though you get these in the mail like I do, don't be tempted, because ultimately it may not be at all what you personally need. Come on down to Cache Valley Hearing and see Dr. Daines, and he will find you exactly what you individually need. Thanks, Dr. Daines.
Thank you.
Bring back what you've been missing. Bring back Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology.
Hi, Hi, my name is Mickey Kim Nielsen. Some people know me as Mickey, some know me as Kim. Cool people know me as Mick. I'm the lab manager here at Cache Valley Hospital. Clinical laboratory science is that part of healthcare where we analyze blood and other body fluids for disease processes and share that information with the clinician so that he knows how to counteract issues and get you on the road to recovery. I'm a clinical laboratory scientist, which means I have a Bachelor of Science degree in clinical laboratory science. I also have a master's degree in business administration. And I'm a registered medical technologist with the American Society of Clinical Pathologists. This is our chemistry section here. We have two chemistry analyzers that do the majority of the chemistry testing. We have another analyzer that's behind me here that does some of our specialized chemistry testing. Over here is our hematology analyzer that measures the cells in the blood. Lets us know if you have enough blood or need a transfusion to make you feel better. We can tell if there's an infection going on somewhere in your body. And over here we have a coagulation instrument that tests your clotting factors. And that's important to know in case you've ever had a blood clot and you're on medication that slows down the clotting process in your blood. So the physician needs to know those results so that he can manage your medications for that. I've made a lot of friends over the course of my career, and also discovering, you know, the mystery of what's going on, what makes somebody ill, what's going on with them. It's mostly like being a detective and doing the work that figures out what's going wrong. If you love science, you love looking at blood cells and microorganisms in a microscope, the science of this is really what turns me on about it. It's something that I've always enjoyed, looking in a microscope and seeing what's there. I started working here at Cache Valley Hospital back in 2000 when it was known at that time as Cache Valley Specialty Hospital. It's been an awesome experience working for them. They know what they're doing. They have almost 200 hospitals around the world, and so they understand what needs to be done in order to provide quality health care to people every time they come through our doors. I'm probably outnumbered at least 4 to 1 by the women that work in this profession, and it's good because women are very intelligent and bring a lot to the workplace here, and they especially keep me on my toes. If you're interested in pursuing laboratory science as a career, some of the things that you would need to do to prepare, for instance, if you're in junior high or high school, start really enjoying your science classes. Find a way to look at things in a microscope and see if that's something that you enjoy. Then I would prepare myself to go to college. You'd need a Bachelor of Science degree. It's exciting and very fulfilling. So outside of my laboratory life, I like to do a lot of different things. I'm a drummer in a local rock band, a bunch of old fogies that get together just to play music, the good old stuff from the 60s, 70s, and 80s. I have a Harley Davidson I like to ride to work and around the valley. I also paint. I do oil painting, and so I have a kind of a well-rounded personality. I like to hunt and fish and do outdoors camping and all of that kind of stuff. But I can be a serious guy too and sit down and read a good book and appreciate the time doing that. Cache Valley Hospital is a wonderful place to work, and it's a wonderful place here in our community to come for medical services. We can take care of all of your needs. We're a community hospital now. We do everything from visit you, see you in the ER, to deliver babies and provide surgical care as well. Great place to be, great place to work, great place to come for your medical services.
The whole game, I don't hear anybody in the crowd. It's just me and the pitcher out there. Sometimes I'll hear a coach off to the side give a clap. Then I know that runner is going to steal. So then I give the pitcher the sign. Baseball has just been my one constant through my life. It's harder to be a catcher than any other position. We have to be a lot more vocal, leaders of the team, and there's so much more time spent in the bullpen catching pitchers. It's always my fault if something happens. I feel 100% responsible.
I always hear him say he wants to play competitive baseball as long as possible.
Yeah.
But ultimately, you go into the medical profession.
I teach myself organic chemistry for fun just because I think it's fascinating. I do a lot of backyard experiments.
He teaches me chemistry. He's like, so my head is the nucleus and these are the electrons and they're moving around.
ZoomTech is the LLC that I created for biotech devices. I want to help prevent or test breast cancer in the future.
Both of my sisters had breast cancer, and so when Karsten was a toddler, I decided to have preventative double mastectomies, and he was always by my side.
It's just always made me want to raise awareness of breast cancer and help other women fight through it. Definitely something that I think about because I know that I'm a carrier for the gene and it could go through my family or to my sister.
I don't like to admit it, but I brag about him a lot. Oh, there's my brother.
He's bright, he's inventive, compassionate. I'm very sentimental.
Naturally, I think, want to be successful and just pursue things that I think are interesting and take it to the maximum level. Especially with like breast cancer, I want to help as many people as I can. And I'm not going to let failures deter me.
Bring back what you've been missing. Bring back Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology.
Dr. Daines, obviously we're always looking for ways that we can bring back what we've lost. In hearing, that's particularly important so you don't drive people wild with frustration, and technology going hand in hand with your hearing aids. You've got something fabulous just come in, haven't you? Bluetooth.
Yep, Bluetooth has been in hearing aids for a long time, but there's something new. Manufacturers come out with a new product that makes it very simple. We used to have to either take our phone out and talk into our phone, but the hearing aid would come into both of our ears, but now you don't even have to take your phone out of your pocket. When your phone rings, you push a button on the hearing aid and start talking.
What? This is a new innovation, I'm sure.
It is. We've been trying to do it for a long time, and this company just barely figured out how to do it, and it's been very good.
Right, so you love it because you've tried it out, haven't you?
Yes, I wear it. I enjoy it.
Yeah. Don't even have to take your phone out of your pocket, out of your bag, out of anywhere. The phone rings, hit the button, and then you're talking.
Yes, and you can be sitting on your couch watching TV. Your phone can be across the room, and push the button, and it answers it, and you just start talking.
Wow. You just can't even believe the innovations, can you, in technology these days?
It's really amazing. And there's a TV connector that connects to your TV, so you can be streaming directly from your TV right into both ears. You can have the TV volume set at what you like it, and everybody else in the room can have it where they like it.
Wow, that would be fantastic, right?
And then your phone rings, and you push the button and answer the phone.
All this from the comfort of your own couch. Bluetooth technology, of course, been around, like you say, for a while, but you've just got this in. Are you going to start recommending this to people?
I am. Yeah. In fact, I've probably put on 5 or 6 people already, and they love it.
Really?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, well, we can't ask for more than that. So if you're thinking that you'd like to get right up to date with the technology available in your hearing aid, come on down here to Cache Valley Hearing and talk to Dr. Daines. He'd love to help you. Tell us where we are, Dr. Daines, and how people can get hold of you.
We're at 485 North Main, right across from the New Zions Bank, and our phone number is 753-4327.
Okay, just out there as far as technology, and it just sounds great. If I ever need a hearing aid, this is the kind that I'm getting. Thanks, Dr. Daines.
Bring back what you've been missing. Bring back Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology.
My grandma, her heart wasn't working right, so the ambulance took her to Star Hospital. My mom says Star Hospital is the best place for grandma because there are really no hearts. She says the Star Hospital people are best at treating heart failures and a fib, so you don't want to tell a lie in this place.
From chest pain to open heart surgery, we offer comprehensive heart care all along the Wasatch Front. Mountain Star Hospitals. Look for the star.
The doctor said grandma had a heart enlargement thing. I always knew my grandma had a big heart.
Bring back what you've been missing. Bring back Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology.
Dr. Daines, I suppose, along with everybody else in my age group, I am now getting bombarded on a daily basis, it seems, in the mail with hearing aid advertisements coming through the mail. I don't know if you... Really, I just throw them away because I would say if I needed a hearing aid, here is where I'd come to see you. Are people in danger with these things? I mean, are you going to get a product that's legitimate? Are you dealing with real people, or is it a scam?
You usually get a product it's a decent product, but is it fit for you? Everybody's a little bit different, and we want to be able to have you come in and find out what works best for your individual needs. Some of these hearing aids that you can buy through the mail are not really anything but amplifiers. They turn things up, but simply not turning things up, that doesn't solve the problem. We need to personalize the hearing aid to your individual loss. And make it so what frequencies need to be boosted are boosted, and those that don't need to be boosted aren't.
Oh, okay. So just turning up the volume on something isn't actually going to fix the problem?
It does not. No, we need to make it so it matches exactly what your hearing is.
I had no idea it was that complicated because, you know, on the street, people might think, yeah, I can send away for one and it's generic and it'll work for everybody, but that really isn't the case.
It really isn't.
No.
And you also see a lot of times advertisements that say, come in for our free trial. We're offering a trial research, and come and give us your opinion on this hearing aid and we'll give you a discount. Right. We're doing a special study with the manufacturer. Well, the manufacturers already have their study done. Right. They wouldn't be offering it to somebody here. They have their own research facilities that they do these studies at. Okay. And so the study is how many hearing aids they can sell. Yeah. It's not a real study.
Yeah, and so again, it's just down to people pushing a product that could be right for A, B, and C, but is not anywhere right for the rest of the alphabet people. But coming here to Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology, you are going to find out exactly, if you have 100 different people walking through in a day, you're going to find the exact right, and some of them may not even need a hearing aid, and of course you're never going to push that.
I do not do that. That's one thing that I pride myself in, is I'm not a salesman.
Right.
I take care of people, help them meet their needs, and take care of them, and do what we can that way, but I will not push or pressure anybody to purchase a hearing aid.
Yeah. So even though you might be tempted, even though you get these in the mail like I do, don't be tempted, because ultimately it may not be at all what you personally need. Come on down to Cache Valley Hearing and see Dr. Daines, and he will find you exactly what you individually need. Thanks, Dr. Daines.
Thank you.
Bring back what you've been missing. Bring back Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology.
At Ultra, we don't believe in limits, or telling runners they can't, or it's not possible. That's why we dared to make shoes with a foot-shaped toe box, and gave runners zero-drop technology so that runners could say goodbye to limits too. Ultra invites you to experience the difference everyone's talking about with zero risk. Love your run or send them back within 30 days, no questions asked. Get your pair today at ultrarunning.com. Ultra, zero limits.